Comedy Jonah. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Just ridiculous.
Okay, we talked about this a little bit last night. What happened on the feeds, everything. I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Kumbaya. But
Yeah, you were all like, it's not that bad.
oh, it's not that. Kumbaya. I'm glad they all got together. Oh my God. And just like we were just talking about, it was probably, there was so much more on the feeds that they didn't show on this episode. But oh my gosh, I was so mad. I turned into Eric. I even called myself. I understand what you meant about Daniel, Nicole. I was feeling the same things. I could not believe what was happening. I felt so bad for Taylor. It was awful, awful, awful to see.
I am very good at compartmentalizing my rage, so we're gonna talk about dumb fuckface and fucking sidekick in a moment. But first, we're apparently allowed to say fuck all we want in like the first 2 minutes, and it doesn't affect us at all on YouTube. But apparently, if you say fuck later on, then it's bad. So just fuck Daniel. Okay. So we're going to get into that. But first, let me let you all know, wherever you guys are watching this show, make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe. It really helps support our shows. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You guys following us there, as well as sharing the show, letting a friend, a family member, let somebody know about these shows is a great way to help support them completely for free. Of course, you could become a subscriber on Twitch or YouNow. You could become a patron to get access to John's patron cooking shows and all of the patron exclusives like our patron Discord and more. Or you can visit our website, yourrealityrecaps.com, for the past 10 years of our shows. We you can just go see the whole decade of shows, really.
Yeah, you can watch us grow up.
You can watch us grow up. But we thank you all for the support. It is what keeps these shows going. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry. Can he walk near a candle? Because I need his stupid, dry hair, which I'm surprised that it's so dry when his body's so greasy, but his dry-ass hair just to light up in a flame. How dare you egotistical piece of shit, act as if another human being is responsible for somebody's mental illness. That's fucked up to a level of gaslighting that I don't even understand. So if really nobody takes anything away more than this from this episode, please understand that you, dear person watching, are in no way responsible for the mental state of anyone else around you. That is a horrible thing to put on anyone, and if anybody is trying to make you feel that way, they're gaslighting you in the same way that Daniel is doing to Taylor in this episode. It's disgusting, and it is sickening to watch. I am not one to be like, Twitter, get them. Oh, go get them. Go fuck them up, Twitter. I'm like, Twitter, go get them. Go fuck them up.
And remember, we can't say that for too much. We'll
fuck them up. No, we just don't get our 30 cents an ad.
I was listening to you, but I also could see that my wound is also pretty apparent on this. And a little disclaimer.
Right.
My rescue pug, Harvey, decided to jump off the couch, but catapult himself off my face. So this is a nice big scratch. In the beginning...
Well, can I just say that I hope that you and your rescue pug work out your relationship issues?
We will, yeah. I mean, at least he's not gaslighting me. So... At the beginning of this episode, when Nicole was talking with Turner and the HOH, and the plan is to get out Taylor, less blood on his hands. As far as game, I was like, yep, that's true. If I was in Turner's shoes, that seems like a really good plan. And then as we saw everything just kind of unfold, like especially Nicole. Like, I was really shocked that she's like, okay, I have to probably throw this comp, but I don't. I'm an athlete, and I can't.
Well,
It does not compute with my athletic. I could not believe, and I don't know what goes on in this house and what a
I do.
boiler cooker it is. I know you do, but you've never done it. But what I'm saying is, I understood like her crying and being super upset about it, but it was a lot. And even Amira, who is leading the charge of trying to get Taylor out, even said, she didn't mean it that way. I heard her too. She didn't mean it that way. And for Nicole to just switch, it really shows you what a huge impact Paloma had on a lot of these folks as far as what she did to Taylor before she, was removed or removed herself from this game. Because those, just like Trump, all of those waves of just dysfunction and gaslighting are still in the house, even though Paloma is not in there, right? So we're seeing it with Daniel. We're seeing it with Nicole. We're seeing it with Amira, all of it. So it's really awful, but interesting to see that. But, and really bad for Taylor. I mean, it was just awful. It was awful to see and her being just treated that way again and to not have anything to warrant being treated that way.
The last co-host that told me I didn't play the game, so I don't know what I'm talking about, isn't here anymore. So just want to point that out. That's not what I was talking about. That is not what I meant. I meant, we can talk about this a little bit now.
Right.
A lot of people, including myself, angrily watching this edit, were a little frustrated in the way that they made it seem like her anger and frustration was because of having to throw this comp, where I am sure that there is part of it that factored in. But
Right.
I think a lot of us, when we were watching it live, it very much seemed as if Nicole was tipped off by the DR. The way that she is coming across as Taylor's partner, being very rude and dismissive and bullying. It just was very obvious by the other things that she was saying at the time that made it seem like, the DR probably gave her a heads up, and that's what she's crying about, and that's what she's upset about. Then you've now thrown that at her, so now you've hurt her ego, and now she is going to make it about nobody can tell me what to do. No one's going to tell me how I'm treating them.
Right.
Like, she's A, why lesbians scare me. B, is doing a disservice to lesbians. Okay?
Well, I mean, there could be some that are cheering her on, going, "Yeah, get her."
Let me explain something to you, okay?
Let me put
Lesbians
my tool belt down and get her. We don't know, but I'm just saying, as a human being, like it was just awful. She was trying to show her some kindness, and Taylor even opened up with Monty, and just like, what, I'm very standoffish, and I really don't open up, and I'm not going to open up as fast as maybe the Big Brother timeline is. And you know what? People are like that because they've been hurt. And, she's super sensitive. She's more sensitive with other people's pain, like she said, than her own. And there's a lot of people like that. I used to be like that. I'm not anymore.
Here's my whole point. I think, people like me just, understand that all lesbians are very angry all the time. And I don't think that Nicole is doing a good job of trying to change that image. When the gay person goes in, they have to be like, oh, I need to try and break a stereotype. Many people go in there trying to break stereotypes. Why is Nicole not trying to break the angry lesbian stereotype?
I don't think it's Nicole's job to break stereotypes. But what I do think what her job is, and Michael's job, being part of our LGBT plus community, is diversity and acceptance. And she's just not doing it. And that's what I'm angry about.
I'm going to have to ask the lesbians in chat, please.
Be a butch lesbian all you want.
Lesbians
I know
in chat.
lipstick lesbians that are angry. There's
they know that I'm being very serious right
now.
now. They know that I'm being very serious
in the world. So,
Serious.
but their job in this community is to, embrace and be accepted because we are not. And
I'm
we're still fighting for it. And to see this happening,
yeah.
her doing it to Taylor as, representing LGBTQ
Yes.
plus being a woman of color, I think she really needs to just
Well,
settle down.
clearly.
But what I'm saying too, these are all ripple effects of Paloma and all of her sleeping 2 hours and being on all the time, getting in people's heads.
I know. I'm letting him go, Chad. Everyone's like, it appears John's rage button's been pushed. Look, just to
I'm
spare
pissed.
you, all, because I understand there are only people that come to this show, and so here's my disclaimer for the whole season. I don't really think lesbians are angry. I don't really hate New Jersey, and I'm just being funny. Okay, so, yes, I agree with you. I think Cop trumps it with Nicole. I'm sorry. There is a stereotype for police that is very hard to break. And, I know a few. And, the egotistical, I am
Yeah.
always correct. What I say goes. People better listen to me. It's my way or the highway. I don't care. Like, that seems to trump all of Nicole's other things, as well as, I don't know. I think she's a horrible person. I think she needs, and I don't say this joking around, I think she needs like severe counseling when she gets off of this show. She believes she's a good person. Like, she believes she's like a social justice warrior in that house.
Well,
She
Daniel
thinks
thinks he's a good person too, and
no,
he's
Daniel, believe
fighting
me,
for
Daniel, no. No,
Paloma, who was out, and what Taylor did to her. And I love Joseph saying, "I really haven't witnessed it." Was it him or was it Kyle that said, "I really haven't witnessed
Joseph.
an actual incident that Taylor
Because it
did
didn't
something."
happen. Because it didn't happen.
I know.
And don't get me wrong, and this has enraged me from the beginning, where, like we have discussed already, on a previous shows, on how Daniel was very much like, you better go stand in the corner and think about how you treated the house, Taylor, and I want your whole apology written up, when she did nothing. And the fact that she keeps taking it, the part that broke my heart, really it was emotional for me watching, was her being in that bathroom thinking it was a joke. Like, haha, you taking me. Haha, you take.
Yeah.
Like,
You're taking me to finale? Great.
I have been in that situation before. I was, like punched in the face and thrown in a garbage pail in high school. Like, I understand what that moment is. I understand how soul crushing it is, and for Taylor to understand that that is happening in front of America to her, she is the strongest person ever. The way she handles herself,
Yeah.
she is has the character that I don't even understand how she is just not an angry person like me.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because yeah.
she's
I
still
can't imagine if you were in that and that was happening with you. You would just be like a wadded up,
I would have been
chewed up.
evicted.
You would have been. You would have self-evicted. You'd been a wadded up, chewed up ball of gum in the corner. Just
Oh, no, everything in that bathroom would have been thrown at Daniel's face.
Oh yeah, I would have.
I would have
I,
destroyed him in 7 different directions and made him look like a fucking moron. Oh my god, you dumb fuck asshole. And I'm sorry, he knows. He is aware what he's doing. I don't buy it. I truly think Nicole thinks that she is helping, and that, like, I'm just not letting people walk all over me, and I am just being a person that is standing up for my truth and doing the right thing. I think Daniel is well aware what he's doing and is doing it on purpose. I think he
that's
thinks he's
interesting.
untouchable. I think he is white man. I don't think anything's gonna touch me and affect me.
Ooh.
Whatever. Oh, 100%. because he doesn't stop. Like, by the way, it hasn't stopped. He went on, who knows if this will make tomorrow's show, he went on to apologize to Taylor for that. His apology was more of him mansplaining how an apology works and then telling her how she should feel.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with Daniel.
Who? No. I swear I can't. Like,
I'm
the
just not
rage
impressed.
level with him just keeps rising. Like, it just, I can't. And I just hope, and I never say this either, I am all for forgiving people if they come out and learn and grow, and I can't see either of these two people learning and growing when they come out, but if they do good, here's what I hope. I hope all the alums that are enraged about this right now on Twitter don't just go to the party when the season's over and hang out with these people and act like everything's cool and hang out by the pool in Vegas and act like everything's fine. No, fucking say to Daniel, you're a piece of shit and you need to publicly do something to advocate for people that are in Taylor's position because of people like you. You don't just get to be like, sorry.
Do you honestly think, I mean, I know you're talking about him doing it kind of on purpose.
Yes.
We don't 100% really know. I mean, that's your guesstimate or whatever. But when he comes out of the house, do you think he's the type of person that this will crush him?
No. He has such a huge ego. And in this same conversation that they showed where, Nicole was crying in the bed, like what we discussed, I told you about on yesterday's show, when they're crying and Taylor's praying, Daniel literally said to Nicole, and this is one of the reasons we think the DR said something to Nicole, Daniel goes, I don't care what anyone says to me post-season about Taylor. She's a horrible person. People didn't have to live with her. They don't know how horrible she is. And I will let everyone know post-season, you don't know what a horrible person she is. And because you didn't live with her, don't act like you did. And Nicole said the same exact things. So they are doubling the fuck down on it. Now, will that be different post-season when they get dragged into a room by a producer and the producer goes, hey, so by the way, everyone hates you, and your edit was that you bullied Taylor, and pretty much no house guests like you either. You're gonna need counseling, and we're gonna pay for 5 sessions. That's the way we absolve our guilt now after the season. We pay for 5 sessions.
It's 5. 5 and you're cured.
5 and you are cured. That's what the legal team says is our responsibility. So yeah, I think I'm just saying he needs to be held accountable. He needs to not, I don't know.
Well, I think he's going to be held accountable when he's out, definitely. I mean, it was so bad. It was hard. It was hard to watch the edited show. I can't imagine what it was like on the feed. So,
we didn't get to see that part. Like, we didn't get to see the argument. That was that was before the feeds were down for POV. A lot of this episode was cut up, moved around. Yeah, we didn't get to see this argument. But again, such a testament to Taylor after this argument that she has gone on for the rest of the weekend, the days of this week, being totally fine with Nicole, checking in on Nicole, and also, I'm sorry, but I get the people wanting to form the leftovers in secret. There is always part of me that's gonna feel like, pound, club pound, pound sign, hashtag, whatever the fuck the guys were before they decided to make it into the leftovers. I'm sorry, the leftovers are to keep those guys safe. I don't think they really, truly give a shit. Like, I think they care about the treatment of Taylor. I don't think they give a shit about Taylor's game or Brittany's game or even Michael's game. I think they're just trying to keep themselves safe, which I get is the game of Big Brother.
And I get why they do it and whether it lasts or you know, you never know with alliances. But I think this alliance to get Amira out, who's been kind of calling the shots,
Yeah.
and seeing who's going to do it. And then we see her DR where she's like, "Oh, this is so easy. I love getting people out."
Yeah.
I mean, that right there just is a testament on how she feels, which is why. And if this leftovers only lasts a week, then it lasts a week. But you know what? When the leftovers formed and they brought in Taylor and they said you don't deserve to be treated this way, my cheeks got tingly. I was like, oh my God, thank God something positive is happening for this woman. Like it's just
It was
too
very
much.
emotional.
It
It was very
I
emotional
don't
live.
even hardly think of these people a lot
As
until I'm watching the
people.
show. The
Yeah.
all of these people in the house. But I mean, this season with Taylor especially, it's just especially this episode, it was ugh.
And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but it means something that it came off of last season. Like last season was so groundbreaking because of what the cookout did, and then one
Accomplished, yeah.
year later we're back here again. Like I just don't get it. And I mean, seriously, I can't feel bad for Mira. I try and tell myself that it's a game and you have to sit there and remain quiet. And yes, when you're sitting in the living room and people are going after her and attacking her, you don't want to speak because that is essentially affecting your chance at $750. So I want to understand that, but I don't know. I don't know.
No,
I don't
I
understand
don't feel
how.
bad for Amira. I think she thinks she's playing this great
No, I
game
don't feel bad.
in a great space, and she's not. And when she's voted out tomorrow night, then she's voted
I'm
out,
gonna laugh.
and that's how it happens. And hopefully, you watch the episodes and kind of figure things out, and hopefully, even start to realize maybe how your treatment of Taylor was, because Paloma released her statement on all of that on social media, and I guess the gaslighting continues, right?
I mean, I don't know that it's gaslighting. I mean, maybe yeah, it could be. I'm just saying, I think Paloma
I
believes
thought
what she
Paloma's last name
says.
was Trump, because I was like, God,
Yeah.
she seems so much like Trump. Like, you know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
think she believes what she's saying.
Oh, I
I think in
absolutely do
her
too.
mind, she believes it. And that's what's
Yeah,
scary. And to be clear, I'm not saying that's right and that's a
right,
pass for her. I'm just saying,
right,
for what it's worth, I think she believes what she's saying,
right. I
which
agree
is
with you,
terrifying.
which is scarier to me than
Right.
somebody gaslighting or doing something on purpose. Because
Yeah.
at least I know there is some, you know, kind of common sense, reality based something for their gaslighting manipulative strategy. I don't think that this is it. I think she just truly does. And we've got
Mm.
her talking about, how awful she was, I think, to live with. I can't really remember the statement too much. Then we got Daniel saying it. I mean, what, she doesn't
What
pick up
was
her
so.
underwear or her bras. I mean, what has this girl done? Why is she
No,
such a horrible person?
she's been in bed. She hasn't done anything to
I'd
any
be
of
in
these
bed
people.
too.
She's been in bed because she's been ostracized by everyone all the
I
time.
know.
She's not doing anything to these people. Again, that moment in the bathroom, that just broke my heart for Taylor.
Yeah.
Statistically, uh people that, and I don't think Taylor is going before jury, although we'll see what happens with tomorrow night's
Right.
HOH. But let's just say Taylor were to go next week, I almost think she would be guaranteed America's favorite player,
Oh yeah.
even going this early in the game.
Hmm.
Um, it's just, I don't know. She deserves better. She needs better. I mean, she's going to be on All Stars. Like, if there is a silver lining to all of this, Taylor, it is you pretty much got a guaranteed ticket to All Stars. So you're going to get to do this all over with
Good. I
people
want to.
that are going to
Yeah.
respect you and want to play with you. And you're going to understand and know the game, or the
Yeah.
insides of the game a lot better, your next go round for sure. So those are some, positives. But yes, this house is ridiculous. I don't have a lot of respect for the people that didn't say anything when that was happening in the moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, Joseph does not get enough credit. Joseph does not get enough credit for how he pushed this all forward. He really fought to make this thing happen. So, you know, even if the edit isn't showing that, I hope
Well, I mean, even tonight's show where it's like Taylor, he said you're really strong, but it's not our responsibility to test your strength. Like, I loved how articulate he was in that moment too on tonight's show, which really showed a lot of character that he has, because you know, you go to his Instagram or you see his photos and it's just all muscle and this and that. But you know, he's a much smarter, sensitive person. So I really like Joseph a lot better after this, and Kyle too. Just saying, you don't deserve this. You've done nothing to deserve this. And I think for Taylor to hear that, because you think, oh my God, am I insane? I'm just going to lay in bed. I'm depressed. I'm crying. Like, is this it? This is the experience. And then to have that, I was just so happy for her. It was just like, you know, just, oh my gosh, she just needed it so bad. And I really thought she was going to get this with the bestie twist, but gosh, look at how that turned out, Nicole.
Nicole, but no, to, you know, Nicole saying, I don't remember if it was today or if it was something that didn't make the feeds, but no, it was her on Tonight Show being like, I'm an athlete, you know, I have to play, I have to win. It's like, yes, Nicole, you're an athlete in the sense that you've won nothing, come close to winning nothing.
Nothing.
At all. You're an athlete of nothing.
Well,
what?
I mean, at least she's playing. I mean, Jasmine.
Okay. Can we just... There was only one thing that made me laugh this whole episode. I feel bad for Jasmine on another thing, but can we talk about how Michael made Brittany do the running part? Like, Michael made Brittany pull his giant body up and down, because they just made it seem like, oh, you're just running. No, you're pulling the body weight of the other person up in the air.
I think Michael weighs less than her.
Okay, but still.
It made sense.
But
like, if it was you and me, I would be the one running. I weigh more than you, so it would be me hoisting you up.
Okay, well, this will be fun. Let's do this right now in the show. I bet you know.
God, are we going to weigh ourselves?
Oh, no, I know how much I weigh, and I guarantee you it's more than you.
We're really going to say our weight?
Okay, you don't have to say yours if you want.
I don't care. I'm proud. I've gained some weight, but I don't care.
Okay, on the count of okay, no, you do yours first. I swear I won't lie about mine, and chat knows what mine is, I believe.
No, mine, yeah, I won't lie about mine either. I am the heaviest I've ever been. And I'm 250.
Well, hate to break it to you, buddy.
What?
262.
Wow. Well, you're taller than I am.
Yeah. Also the heaviest I have ever been.
But you're like skinny fat. I'm more stocky.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just, I hide it well. Like I say, everybody gets to see me right here. I'm great right here.
I'm pretty
great
good
right here. It's all down there.
Mine's in the middle. I'm like a potato.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
My legs are great. My ass is good. My arms are good. Yeah, I'm just it's a potato in the middle.
I agree. We'll just call it COVID.
So I would be the one being hoisted up. Is basically what we're saying.
Oh no, I can't even walk up a flight of stairs these days without hyperventilating. So no, you still have to do the running. But I just wanted to let you know I didn't think that you weighed more than me.
Okay. Well, yeah, I feel thin and petite now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I would still be running. Yeah, because
excuse me, can I just
run? But you can't run. But at least you can dangle, right, with the puzzle pieces.
Correct. And I would just like to do a service announcement for 1 second. And everyone listening, your weight is not your worth. And how much you weigh doesn't really affect how you are as a person. Thank you.
It doesn't. And you have to love yourself.
Right.
Doesn't matter how much you've gained or lost. And I
Correct.
love myself.
I do.
I do.
That's how he
I
got
swear
that
to God,
food
I
injury
do.
on his
I
face.
do. I'm kidding.
That's where the wound actually came from on his face.
I
It's
love
from
myself. I love myself.
loving himself.
Myself.
He
Loving
loves himself.
myself.
Yeah, okay, that just made me crack up. And not that I don't think that girls are strong or I think that Britney's strong. I don't know. There
No.
was just something about it that was so funny that I see Britney as like this little tiny person and I see Michael as this big giant guy. And then there's Britney. I'm gonna
She
make
did
it up
good. Yeah,
there.
she was. I thought she deserved that win just as much as him. What cracked me up, my crack up moment, was Jasmine just hanging there before the
I
veto
can't.
comp. And
I
I
can't.
already knew something was wrong. Just the way she was strapped in. Do you know what I mean? And she had no neck anymore. And she was just, I'm going to faint. I'm going to faint. I'm going to
She's
faint.
full of shit. You're not falling for this.
I know. I'm not. No. And everybody's just like, oh, after the whole Paloma thing, poor Turner. Well, we got to think of her mental health and
Yeah, well, now he's not. Now you're not allowed to say that at all. Now, when someone says, "Oh, yeah, I have anxiety," you have to listen. Which I am not mocking anxiety. I'm the king of anxiety, and it's
right.
great. I honestly think I might be able to play Big Brother at this point. My whole thing is, I don't think I could ever play Big Brother because I know I would have panic and anxiety attacks, and I
Yeah.
think everyone would laugh at me and be like, "You loser." Now I feel like it's gonna be accepted. I think I could be okay to play this
You
game.
could do well.
Because by the way, I would full on be Jasmine, just in case anyone wants to hate me. I would be Jasmine. First of all, I'm as picky about food as Jasmine is. I would be Jasmine mixed with Michael because I would just be like, no, John, you're gonna run for me. Okay, you're gonna do the running, okay? I'm just gonna
Well,
hang out up here. Okay. All right.
I
I'm
mean, yeah,
passing
that's
out.
why we didn't do Amazing Race. Because it's like you have to do some of the comps. I'll be the one dangling off the dam, right?
That is why we did not do it.
Jump. Yeah,
I
that's why we
cared
didn't
enough.
do it.
I cared enough about John to tell him, "You're not going to want to do this with me. We're not getting off the first leg.
No, well, we
We're
will if
just gonna."
I'm the one that does it. But for her to get medically cleared and say it, but I just don't feel like I want to. And to deny Turner his turn, I mean, she needs to step up. I mean,
She's
I'm
not
sorry.
going to do shit. She's not going to do anything. She knows she doesn't have to. Literally today on the live feeds, she goes like this. I gotta go upstairs to get my COVID test. And then she's like, but I don't know if I can walk. Maybe someone can carry me. And I think it was Alyssa was like, or you could use your boot and walk. And she goes, I don't know. My foot's not wrapped. And Alyssa's like, your foot doesn't have to be wrapped to put it in a boot. By the way, you can walk. I don't know, y'all. I don't think I can walk up there. Like, she knows she doesn't have to do anything. Everyone is catering to her. And I said this on, when I'm live during the day and just talking feeds with people. I honestly think, I don't think this is strategy. I think this is her. I think at some point people are going to go, oh shit, we should not get rid of her.
No.
This is exactly who we want to drag to Final Two.
Oh, but I think if that's, I mean, she's not building a resume, but she's also somebody too.
But it's a win.
If she feels a little threatened, will all of a sudden possibly pull out.
Play possum.
Like HOA. Probably. But at the moment, Terrence is more of a comp beast than Jasmine is. I mean, what did she do? Smash her face in a pie for a little bit and get a letter? I mean, she hasn't participated in anything, really, anymore.
I see chat saying the only thing she needs is a pee bottle. And I use that pee bottle well. I did not get out of bed for 3 months when I broke my ankle.
Thought it... And I don't know, is this going to... Do you think this is going to turn on her like Daniel not being able to compete and secure his own nominations? Do you think that'll come back to her?
This is gonna be fine. This is not gonna affect her. It's not affecting her. No one's talking about this. People are not talking about this on the feeds. People do not seem to care. She is allowed to not participate. It is absolutely ridiculous, and I am sorry.
It's wrong.
Big Brother needs to be like, I'm sorry, you know, fucking the challenge, you can be like, ow, I got a splinter in my finger, and he'll be like, you're medically unfit to continue, and you're off the challenge. This show, you can bring scooters and crutches, not compete in anything, screwing everyone around you, and it's not okay. And by the way, she didn't pass out. This is not passing out. Okay, that's not passing out.
What if she sleeps with her eyes?
I'm passing out.
What if she sleeps with her eyes open? Like she could pass out with her eyes open.
This is coming from somebody who literally made a plane pull back into a runway, pull back into a thing and let me off. So understand, Jasmine, I understand panic attacks. Okay, I get it. But you didn't pass out. You didn't pass out.
I will never forget when we split up at the airport. I was going to my gate. You were going to yours. And then I just got this text of you on the gurney. Was it a gurney you were on? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun time. It's a fun time. Liked it. I liked having that plane panic. By the way, have not been on a plane since.
Really?
Yep. So anyway, yeah. Big Brother needs to get rid of these people. I am sorry. You know, I get it because it's a social game and the people have gone through so much. Or don't get rid of them, but there should be some sort of a limit to it. Because it's not fair. I guess it's Big Brother, what is fair, but it's not fair when it starts affecting other people. It's now affecting Turner's game for the next 2 weeks. It's going to take spots away from people if people realize, oh shit, let's drag her to the end so competitors aren't getting far. And I'm sorry, production, this can't be the show that you want. Right. Jasmine laying in a bed eating Doritos and ice pops while complaining that the ice pop is not the right color red and the Dorito has too much dust on it. That's literally what she's contributing to the show. I don't know, y'all. This Dorito don't look right, okay? There's not enough dust on this Dorito.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. And she'll be like, oh, and by the way, remember when we guessed about, you know, her running her business? Yes, today on the feed, she was like, I started up my business and I'm a clientele, but, you know, thankfully my husband works for a Fortune 500 company, so he just pays for everything. Well, that must be nice.
So it's not even a real business. Where do I get Doritos that are dust-free? That's what I want to know. Where is Jasmine?
You don't remember when
these?
You don't remember when they made the Lady Doritos and everyone boycotted?
No.
They literally made Lady Doritos 1 year for the Super Bowl, which were supposed to not put the stuff on your hands.
Oh
and
my gosh.
It was, everyone got super offended by it, so they had to pull it back.
Oh, bring them back. You know, a friend of mine eats Cheetos with the chopstick, so he doesn't get the dust on him. You do too?
Yeah, mine look like tweezers, and they're little rubber. They're like silicone hands on tweezers, and that's how I eat popcorn, and because I don't like stuff on my hands.
Oh, I started using the chopsticks with Cheetos just because I was like, my mind exploded, but. Yeah, I like the tweezer rubber hand thing. You can do a lot of stuff with that.
Yes, I'm going to send... Well, you can, yeah. If you have a little penis. It's like another... Ooh,
little micro penis?
Little micro penis. It's fun there, too. I've been there. Yeah, I'm going to send you a pair. Yeah. I think the competition is so stupid. So Jasmine's out, freaking Turner's out. So now it's Nicole and Taylor and, you know, Brittany and Michael. And then there's Nicole. I told her I was gonna do it.
I'm gonna sabotage this. I don't even have to now. She's doing so bad.
She's doing horrible. Focus. Focus. Goddamn focus.
You get up here and focus.
I've never wanted to kick somebody more than her or Michael. Just a little kick. I just,
Michael,
if you watch...
why do you want to kick Michael?
Not Michael, Daniel. Sorry, words that end in A-L are hard for me.
Like
do you remember, like, on Housewives when Rolls-Her-Face was like, she kicked me under the table? I just want to kick Nicole under the table so bad.
I have that too.
I just want to kick Nicole under the table. Oh, I just want to, like, twist her arm when no one's...
Sutton, yeah.
Yeah, stupid Sutton. Stander. No, I love Sutton. I'm kidding. No, I can't. I just, first of all, there's part of me that thinks that the GR is telling people stuff, but then why wouldn't they just tell Taylor, go out there and give these people hell? Taylor should just walk out and go, hey, Nicole, fuck you. You know what I'm going to do in next week's HOH competition? I'm going to make sure you lose. Okay?
Hey, bestie, got a second?
Hey, bestie, got a second?
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself, okay?
And guess what? You're going to be on the block, and you're not a pawn if I'm HOH. Yeah. Okay?
Well, she's attached to you if you're HOH, so I don't think you can both be on the block. So what she's going to do is I would just sit my ass down. I would go, I'm sorry, so the HOHs, you have to buzz in, and if you get the answer wrong, you're eliminated. As soon as Julie started reading the question, I would go, buzz peanut butter.
But olive oil. Hey,
fuck
Nicole.
you, Nicole. Guess we can be nominated. Guess we can be nominated. No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, because the bestie twist, bestie fest, whatever, is going to last after this week. Amira's most likely going home. Terrence is going to be the one left getting a special power. I mean, he's someone else that hasn't really been in alliances, not a comp beast, but now is he going to get something like safety for the week? What do we think?
I mean, this was one of the parts that I think we were all so enraged dealing with everything else from this episode that was a piece of new information for me. Maybe I missed it on the feeds. But we had Nicole tell us in the GR that it was announced during the POV picks that the power that the person is getting tomorrow night will not be a power that provides any sort of safety.
Maybe an advantage.
Yeah, so...
But then how do they play in POV when they don't have a bestie?
I agree. How will they... What will happen when you don't have a bestie? 100%. Maybe Besties is not going until jury then, and Besties will end tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So now you're all broken up. I mean, technically the festivals have gone from week to week. They only last 1 week, so technically this twist should be over tomorrow.
Please.
This is my guess.
Yeah.
This is my guess. I would be all for it, for it to be that way. Maybe 2 votes for the bestie that's left. Could be 1. Yeah, that was one of my guesses. Like, what could the advantage be? They get an extra vote.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
I thought it would be an advantage in the HOH. On Twitter, Spoiler Girl is saying that the bestie that remains joins one of the pairs to make it a 3. And I can't again begin to let all of you know that this Spoiler Girl has been wrong more times that they've been right. They have graduated from the Trump school of marketing, where if you just say it enough times, the dumb fucks will believe you. It's like the wrong clock is gonna be right 2 times a day. And she'll just say the most common sense shit. Like, the eviction is happening on Thursday night. And people are like, oh my God, see, she's right. The eviction did happen. The live feeds will not be back until after the eviction. And by the way, do you know how I know that's what she does? I do the same shit. Now, I do it ironically and tell you all that I'm doing it. She does it and thinks that people are stupid and buying it.
But are people replying saying, oh my gosh, thanks so much?
Yes, people buy it. I loved how I retweeted the tweet in the house the other day. They were talking about how horrible Spoiler Girl is and how stupid she is. Which, by the way, I don't think it's a girl at all. I think it's a guy. I think it's a ex-alumni of the show. I think it is a male ex-alumni of the show is who my guess Spoiler Girl is.
Ooh.
That's all. I don't know anything else. But one day I'll write a book. Spoiler King admits it's not real for entertainment. Yeah, there is Spoiler King, and he says he's doing it all in jest. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It doesn't seem fair if one team would get an extra player. That doesn't really seem fair to me. I mean,
well,
I guess
if it's Terrence, is it really an extra player?
Yeah. It's more like an anchor.
He could be the runner. Next one.
Can he?
Well, at least the fast mover with the rope around his waist as he's pulling 2 people up on the next wood stack.
Let's remember the last competition he played in. He couldn't pull himself forward while laying down over a hump.
I just want to see him play BB Comics.
I mean, I'm not going to mock about that. I can't do a pull-up or a push-up, so I don't know why I'm standing here acting like I'm the picture of fitness. But let me tell you this. Yeah, if I knew I was going to be on Big Brother, I would go to a gym and get a trainer and be like, I know I'm going to need to hang on things. I know I can't keep my arm like this to change a light bulb. I swear to God, there are times when I am literally like this in the kitchen. I can't go on. This is the thing. I am Jasmine. I'm like, I can't do it. I don't know how many more turns. My shoulder's falling off, y'all. Help me.
Now, I'm not like super physical specimen either, but you know, I play dodgeball, which is a lot of cardio. You know, there's times where I'm like, oh, I gotta tag myself out, but I can do it. I've been the one only left on the team where I had to face 4 other guys with the ball. So, you have to get in there and I can do it. And I just want Terrence to represent us older guys a little bit better. That's all.
I really just had to stop from spitting my drink at the screen. This is why I need to bring back Hello Friends podcast, and we just need to explore these conversations. I'm just so curious as to what led to the choice of dodgeball. Like, why was it not gay tennis or jump rope?
It's gay dodgeball.
Obviously it was gay. I didn't think this was straight dodgeball. Yeah, I'm just so curious and need to know more about that on another show. No, wait, are you doing good? Have you won any dodgeball trophies?
No, I haven't, but I'm going to be back. I have to go back to the gym and get my cardio again because I'm doing it this fall. I'm on a dodgeball team.
No, I really am jealous. There are definitely times that I wish that I was doing something like that, just to be around people that would be my friend. Even if you're gonna just throw balls at me, at least I'm talking to someone besides John.
It's like your high school experience, except they're balls being thrown at me like hard.
Yeah. I like all the words you're saying. Um, John, what's the difference between straight and gay dodgeball? Where you're aiming? Says
Not,
Lost and Confused.
no, it's the wrist. It's,
It's the wrist. It's the
it's the
wrist. Okay,
wrist.
it's the wrist. I get it. It is the wrist. Um, so, I like that they ended this episode kind of starting to show about the leftovers being formed, and all of that. Again, I hope that this group stays together. I hope Joseph, we do know he wants to go to the end with Taylor and Brittany, or that's what he has said on the live feeds. So we shall see what happens with that. I hope that they keep Taylor around for a while. I'm cool with Brittany going. There is nothing I would like
Yeah.
more than for Michael to be paired with Taylor over Brittany. Who's that?
It's my dodgeball pick. You can
Oh,
see all
stop!
it's on my
You even have a
Instagram,
headband.
Comedy Jonah. Yeah. Look, I'm wearing a bandana.
Oh, I see it.
You like it?
Do you have little ones on your wrists too? Please tell me you have little wristbands too,
Oh
like if
yeah,
you get
for the sweat.
sweaty. Yeah, see, I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
That's
And they
what I
match, right?
did.
You got them match. They coordinate.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Okay,
Thought I had
sweatbands.
more on here.
Love that for you. I definitely love that for you. Um, no, I really do think that that's great. I am glad that they ended tonight's episode where they did, because apparently Turner's POV speech is going to be very moving, where he is going to shine a light on the treatment of Taylor, and
Really?
yes, and how, how he is taking accountability for his actions and no longer is going to go along with this horrific
What
treatment
has
of Taylor.
Turner done? Just allowed it to happen, or has he done
Yeah.
something specific?
He did not like Taylor in the beginning, so I am sure he has thrown in a comment here or there. I feel like that was a
Yeah.
month ago, or like, I don't really remember. But I mean, he even said it in the episode, I believe tonight, where he was like, in the beginning, I really wasn't, so much Team Taylor, and now I realize that
Yeah.
mistake.
Because Paloma
Um,
was that good with all of her bullshit and gaslighting and manipulation.
I mean, I'm not even going to blame it all on Paloma. I mean, these
I am.
people are adults with their own brains. And if you are dumb enough, Nicole, a 41-year-old, to let 21-year-old
Listen,
Paloma
you have to
influence you on.
understand
Oh my
there's all
God.
these different things happening, and you're in a pressure cooker, and all of this stuff is boom, 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 hitting you. Nobody outside of this house, nobody to bounce things off of. There's so many factors that I give them the slightest break. But I mean, if Turner and Joseph and Kyle can kind of see through it, and even Michael, yes, Nicole, a 40-year-old woman, really, you need to start seeing through it. So does Daniel. So you're right. You're right, and you're not right.
Uh,
There-
there was. There was one thing that Nicole said today on the live feed. I think it was today on live feed. She goes, how are we going to trust these people how to vote? They can't even clean a room. And did you see how dirty the floors were on tonight's episode? It literally looked like
yeah.
people were just throwing garbage on the floor. Like giant mounds of garbage.
Well, you know what I was thinking when I was looking at the rooms and stuff tonight, and I was like, Celebrity Big Brother, they're all just so much cleaner. They put their stuff away, they iron, like there's just so,
Well, they're
and they have
also given.
people, they have
Yeah.
staff to do that, but they have to do it in this house, and there's just so much neater. They make their beds, and every other cast that's not celebrity just seems like they're just absolute pig pens.
They're also given alcohol every night, all the food that they want.
Yeah.
They don't have any of the annoyances that Big Brother does to these people, which I think is so funny. Even when you think about it, when you come back for All Stars, like when I was watching the feeds earlier today, Indy was like, "I am desperately trying to get condensed milk and cocoa pater to make one of my famous chocolate desserts, but they refuse to give it to me in the DR. Everyone, if you could ask, and also America, please tweet Big Brother. We just simply want the condensed milk and the cocoa powder." And then I just think back to All Stars when Nicole Franzel is getting fresh pressed orange juice delivered to her every day because they're allowed to get her that. I mean, the difference of your first time to if they ask you to come back is just, it's incredible how you can get what you want from them if you're lucky
Yeah.
enough to be asked back.
Good point. That's very true.
So, yeah, apparently they won't give him the vacuum. I did hear that. I did hear Daniel, of all people, saying he's been begging for the vacuum and they won't give it to him either. I don't care. I just don't care.
Because they don't want the noise with the live feeds? Is that why?
Oh yeah, they really care about the noise from the live feeds. Now I'm back to angry. Hey, Big Brother, if you're watching this, there's literally 17,000 fucking noise filters that you could put on to drown out the endless crunching, bag ruffling noises. Literally, you have endless possibilities. You don't even use it for your own fucking show, so I don't know why you would do it for the live feeds. But oh my god, implement one. Like, the technology is there. It is perfect. You will hear them crystal clear. They could really, literally roll around in a crinkle bag factory while fisting chips, and you would be able to hear their whispering perfectly, but you refuse to use one.
Now, do other countries that do Big Brother, like Canada,
yes,
do they use it?
No.
Nobody does. Australia, UK, no?
I don't care. I'm just going to say yes, but no. Just use it. The technology's there. It exists. It's on your phone now.
It's in your earbuds.
It's on your earbuds. It's literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. It makes no sense.
So,
but apparently the vacuum is broken, much like the dishwasher, but who knows?
It's a TV show. Go to Home Depot or Bed Bath and get a vacuum. Go down in the closet, the custodian closet on stage and get a vacuum.
No.
You CBS.
Yeah, they're hurting.
You know, I did work for CBS and it doesn't make sense.
Ditto. Ditto. Ditto.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Allegedly. What do we want to happen tomorrow night? What is your dream scenario that plays out tomorrow night?
That Turner makes his speech.
Yeah.
And points the finger at all those bad Nicoles and Daniels and everything.
Not gonna do that.
I want Amira to go home. I'm done. Yeah, she's, she really shouldn't have been really targeting Taylor too much. You got to keep these people as a shield. That's the people that the house hates is who you want to keep as a shield. So I'm not her game's messy. Go home. I'm done. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens to Terrence on the show. As far as him being added to a bestie triplets or, whatever. That's going to be interesting because he's still there. He's still doing it. Yeah, barely.
The fact that they didn't think to make it be a pass to jury to go with their stupid ass festival. And believe me, I don't want him going to jury, but I'm just saying. The fact that they didn't think to, make it that, or maybe they did, and like I said, they just changed it when they saw who the people were, and like, oh, thank God we didn't get more details for this.
Right.
Because notice, as soon as they knew that the tide turned and Taylor was no longer the target, they were like,
Right.
send Turner out there and say that there is no power anymore, so we don't have to listen to fucking Nicole talk about this anymore. Send him out there. It's fine now. Taylor's
Yeah.
safe. Yeah, I think they left it open so they can do whatever they want. I agree. I see Destiny's in the chat says I want an Amira blindside with a Taylor HOH and a Daniel target.
Yep.
I don't know.
I agree.
I originally didn't think Amira was going to be blindsided, but after listening to her on the feeds today, she really thinks she has the votes, which is mind-blowing how delusional you are, Amira.
Well,
but, I mean,
so did Pooch.
So did Pooch, but I mean, granted, she doesn't know about the leftovers, so there is that. But yeah, there is no way that Amira is surviving. It would take an act of God to have Amira stay in this house tomorrow.
I know,
so
and I chose her on my trash draft too. What does that do to my score?
Oh, maybe you're gonna get out of the top 10, but don't worry, I picked her too, so it's not gonna help me at all.
Top 50, right?
Maybe I'll no. Well, it means you're gonna probably drop into the 20s, and I'll probably drop into the 60s. So great. There was a lot of talk today on the live feeds about the vote and do they want it to be 6-5 to try and hide votes. People really want to blame it on Daniel, like the leftovers are hoping that the vote is 6-5 so that they can blame some of the votes on Daniel and Nicole. Blame it on Daniel and Nicole for it. So I kind of also hope that happens. I also hope that one of the leftovers win HOH, because my fear is if they don't, I think this will be the end of the leftovers.
No, and I agree. And as much as I want Turner to give the speech to everybody, I don't want him to, because I don't want him to have a target on his back. I don't want the leftovers exposed yet. So as much as I want it, I don't want it to happen. Just nominate them and just be like, whatever.
It's happened.
We don't talk enough game.
Well, it's happened. Would you like to know?
I know they've been, yeah.
What he gives them the speech and it happens. He did say he did not name names purposely because he was thinking of the impact to the people's lives outside of the game. Right. So he just left it as the house has been bullying Taylor and I don't want to be part of this system and blah, blah, blah. He said he specifically was not trying to pin it on any one person as to soften the blow for anyone on the outside world.
So Amira, please take a seat.
Right. So Amira, please. Well, I mean, he's aware it's Daniel and Nicole and Jasmine were the leaders, but he can't go after Jasmine.
Right.
And he's in alliances / close with Daniel and Nicole, so he's not gonna go for them.
Yeah.
I think he knows that I can't play the game is the biggest part of the problem.
Yeah, and I think even though he didn't name names, they know who they are, they know what they're saying, and yeah. We all can read between the lines.
I don't think that you should say that, you are not a live feed correspondent anymore, John. I just think whenever a live feed question comes up, you should just go, I'm passing out. Is it over yet? Are you done? I'm passing out.
What was the question again?
We're talking about the live feeds, John.
Oh, I love that's my favorite subject. Eric.
I'm passing out.
I'm passing out. Can I get a medic?
Tell me when you're done talking about the live feeds. I need some sugar.
Just need a little protein and some water.
When
you're done, let me know.
I need a little cookie. Just stick a little cookie in my mouth.
A little butterscotch or something.
If anybody can just bring me something to eat, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of a little bit of hot fudge.
Yeah, there's a bowl of butterscotches by the door. If you could just grab me one.
It's okay if there's only chocolate pudding. There's only
Oh,
chocolate pudding.
Are y'all done now with the feeds? Oh, did I miss it? Did I miss it?
I need some chicken wings. Oh, I love chicken wings. Chicken wings are my favorite.
I learned how to debone them on TikTok, y'all.
I saw somebody say on the live feeds, did Jasmine's accent pass out also? Because she totally was like this. I'm passing out, y'all. I'm passing out. Guys, I'm passing out. Guys, I'm passing out.
Seriously, I'm passing out.
Seriously, I'm passing out. Everyone, I'm passing out. I'm passing out, y'all.
Bada beans, I'm passing. No, seriously, I'm passing out.
No, seriously, guys, can you help? I mean, that is so Donnie. I mean, I have told this story on the show before, and I don't even care anymore, but I will never forget the day that, found ourselves in a room with Johnny, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, I'm Donnie from Big Brother, and hooting and hollering, and do-do-do-do-do. And then they were like, oh, that's just those guys. They're totally fine. He was like, oh, really? Okay, I'll just talk like this then. What? What? Why aren't you talking like Donnie anymore? That's just an act. Oh, shit. That was when I had all of my Big Brother dreams crushed, when I realized people just go on that show and lie and pretend to be other people.
Was that at that fundraiser in California?
Yeah. You remember that day? You were in the room.
I do. I was in the room. I couldn't remember if it was was this the story you told me? I'm like, no, wait a minute. That was that fundraiser.
No, you were there.
Yeah, I was totally there. Yeah, that was bizarre.
I didn't talk about it because, it was a fundraiser. But, it was like 10 years ago, so I think it's okay to talk about now.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Donnie don't sound nothing like he sounds normally. He sounds like this. Like he just talks normal when there's not a camera. It's really weird.
I don't think you have an accent either. I think you just put on this East
Well, here's
Coast.
what's funny is this is my real accent. That's why I can do French so good, and I can do Jasmine.
Very good. Very
I spent all my summers in Texas, don't you know? All right, y'all. Okay. So yeah, John and I are going to be back tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Right after the episode. So we will be talking about all of the drama from tomorrow night. So make sure that you are following us wherever you are watching this show, liking, subscribing, so that you are alerted when we go live. And if you enjoyed this show, share it with a friend, tell a family member, make a fun clip from it, and then I'll post it on our TikTok or our Instagrams.
Yeah.
Of course, you can tweet us anytime with hashtag YRRLive. And of course, you can always check out our website, realityrecaps.com, for the past 10 years of shows. Thank you to everybody who has donated in YouNow or YouTube during these shows financially. That is a big help to us. We thank you so much for that. Thank you to our patrons. You're doing Slop, aren't you? That's your next cooking show in the patron group is Slop?
Saturday, yeah, around 12 o'clock Pacific.
So 3 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be there for John's Slop patron show.
I promise I won't drag everybody into a room this time. It'll just be
Yes.
me.
It'll just be John. Just John. You guys go ahead and enjoy the rest of your feeds tonight. I'm sure I'll see you over there in those Twitter streets while we watch. John and I'll see you all on the next show tomorrow night after the episode. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends. Boop, boop.